Good evening, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. We are coming out with another session on SSC CGL preparation, guys. And you know this topic. Tenses is today's topic. We've been learning these tenses from LKG onwards, or at least you heard this tenses word. But still, so many students have a problem with these tenses. No tension, just pay attention to certain nuances here. You can easily solve these questions if they appear in the exam, right? Guys, basically, this is talking about theme and action or state. Examiner is giving you a sentence. He will give you time, most of the times. And he is expecting you to give the form of the verb. How many forms of verbs we have, that we'll see first. Then we'll get into actual tenses part. Look at this, guys. Present, past, we grammatically call past participle. Okay, or simply we will make it V1, V2, V3, V4. Okay, this is grammatically called present participle. Now look at this. Present form. If I take a verb, act, ed form, acted, acted, acting. Jump, jumped, jumped, jumping. Call, called, called, calling. If you guys observe, ed, ed, ed. Majority of verbs in English fall into this category. But we have some more. Look at this. We can classify, we actually call them as irregular verbs. It means they are not following this ed pattern. They have a separate pattern. So depends on that pattern, we can categorize them. We call them irregular verbs. Guys, interesting point here. Almost all 180 to 200 verbs in English, we have these irregular forms. Rest of them are ed forms. Okay. So you don't really worry, so do we have to by heart and all? We'll talk about that. How do we remember this, all that stuff. Now look at this patterns first. Irregular verbs into 4 categories. First one, all forms same. There is no ed form. V1, V2, V3 are same. Of course, we have that ing form. But look at this. V1, present form, past, past participle, set, 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 cost, cost, cost. There is no costed. But generally, we Indians use that. You know, we have that habit of using ed form for all the verbs. Now, put, put, put. There is no ed form for this. Cut, cut, cut. Another, similar sound groups. Something similar, you know, when you hear this, you have that similarity. Eat, ate, eaten. V1, V2, V3 form. Blow, blew, blown. Throw, threw, thrown. Drink, drank, drunk. Sing, sang, sung. Speak, spoke, spoken. Wake, woke, woken. This is one category. Look at another one. The second and third forms are the same. 2 and 3. V2, V3 are same. Bend, bent, bent. Sleep, slept, slept. Spend, spent, spent. Bring, brought, brought. Buy, bought, bought. Teach, taught, taught. Have, had, had. This is one category. Look at this one. This is called unclassifiables, which we cannot classify. All other stuff we can put in this category. Come, came, come. Look at this one. This V1 form, V3 form. Also become, became, become. Same. This V1 and V3 form are same. Do, did, done. There is another usage for this, helping verbs, that we'll see, in that helping verbs session. Look at this one, go, went, gone, three different. Show, ed form, showed and shown. Fine. Now, look at this one. As you meet new irregular verbs, try to decide in which category they fall under. Whenever you come across a new verb, guys, this is what you guys have to do after going through these grammatical sessions. These are fixed. What is that you actually prepare for the exam? Okay, you have to keep on adding these words, vocabulary part. As many words, that much advantage you have. See here. I don't really suggest you to go and take out the list and by heart. We don't generally remember. So as we go ahead, if you come across some new verbs, just categorize them and you use them in sentences, chances are bright that you remember. Now, I want you to look at this time machine. You heard this, time machine. This is grammatical time machine. What does it mean? It is like this. Guys, you think from this angle, we are always in a journey. Suppose somebody, let's say, born 2000, the year 2000, and his journey started. There is some imaginary time machine we are all, sitting on, and this time machine is taking to the future. And where are we on this time machine? Always here. We are always here. Okay, and I ask you to look into past. This is past. Bye-bye, past is gone. Now, present is the reality. I am standing here in front of you, and this is the reality. And future is a mystery. We don't know what is going to happen. So this is what? Whenever I ask you to look at the time, imagine yourself at this spot and just turn and look at this point. Fine. So the simple technique for this tenses, guys, focus should be on time. Okay, can you identify time factor in a sentence? Yes. Take that time and put it here. This is what you need to do. And you are here. Now look at this. Past. Obviously, I am standing here. I will mark this past here. This is past. Okay. And structure part, remember V2. Another thing you need to understand here, how many persons we have grammatically in English? Look at this one. I and we, you. In English, there's an interesting part. Even if I am referring to one person, you. If you have 4, 5, 10, also you. And she, he, it, third person singular, and they, plural form. Fine. Now, I start with the past because that is easy. Okay. We'll come back one by one. Look at this, guys. We can use the simple past to talk about actions and states which we see as completed. Even if you don't understand this statement, straight away, look at this. If you see a time in a sentence, now let me focus on time here. Which word in a sentence which I'm going to give you is actually referring to time? Look at this. He dash here yesterday. There are 3 words in this sentence. Which word do you think is giving you time? And remember, if you want to find out the time, take the help of this when. When. Which word is giving you answer for when? Yesterday. Okay. He dash here tomorrow. Which word is giving you time? tomorrow. When? Tomorrow. Okay, like that, you expect to see time in a single word. You expect to see a time in a phrase. Remember phrase, group of words like this. He dash here on last Sunday. When? How many words are giving you time? On last Sunday. Fine. Now, see, your basics will help you now. Your basics will help you now. Now check it out. When he came, I work here. You are supposed to give me the form of this verb that we'll see, but look at this. Which group of words is giving you answer for when? This part. And this is a complex sentence with secondary or dependent clause, and this is giving me the time. So, point I'm trying to make here, guys, if you see a sentence, time can be given with a single word, or a group of words without verb, or a clause, which is conjunction, subject, verb, can also give you the time factor. That decides the form of the verb. Okay? Now, point. I said this is actually called grammatically, guys, simple past. And that is V2. If you find a time which is indicating past, one action in the past, I repeat, one action in the past, always express V2 form. Look at this. This is the base form of the verb. Yesterday. Where is the time? Yesterday. Where do you think I need to take this yesterday and put it on the time machine? Obviously here. The moment action and time is here, this is the part. And what is the V2 form of go? Went. That's it. Very, very simple. Simple. Look at the, what do you say? Simple past means simple sentence with past. Simple sentence with past means one action in the past. That's it. Fine. Next, look at this one. I will give you a situation here. Let us say somebody at this point, I'll put idli. We are here, some action happened at this point. That should be obviously V2 form. I express Raj ate idli yesterday or some 5 minutes ago. This ago is also, past form. Let us say this is 7 a.m. obviously past, and here let us say 6 a.m. We don't have to talk about this time. Let us say dosa. Now, how do you express these two actions? You're standing here. Always imagine you're standing here and express these two actions. How do you express this? Check it out. You remember this. This is past. Idli is past was in this situation, and dosa is past to the past. If you want to express one action which is past to the past, blindly remember that should be in this format. All persons can go with V2. All persons can take had plus V3. Okay, now I will give you one more. Let us say 5 a.m. Okay, let me say, Puri. This fellow has no other work than eating. Okay. Now you have to express this. You are standing here. Idli, this is V2, this is had plus V3, that one. Remember, the maximum past we can go is this. Let it be anything here. These are all had plus V3. If you have something, had plus V3. Right? Now, I express this in a sentence. I ate idli. Okay, I'll give one more sentence. I had eaten dosa. Now I am joining these two sentences. What is the first action? I had eaten dosa before I ate idli. So whenever there is had plus V3 form, that is always past to the past. And common mistake generally students do is, whenever there is one action in the past, I don't know, we have a special affection for this had plus V3. We love to use this one. We simply, yesterday I had gone there. So that is incomplete. Yesterday I had gone there. Something is missing, before you called me or something like this. There should be V2 form, right? This is what we have completed is this, had plus V3. Now, look at this. There is, again, this time, we are always here, and some action, look at this, some action is this. This is the point. And this point, I am interested in continuation of that. That action was in progression, like it is going on. Now, how do I express this? Check it out. When I came, obviously this is V2. I'm interested to talk about this action, not this action. If I am interested to talk about this one, then I would say had plus V3. Now I am emphasizing on this part. So, he was watching TV. Look at this. When he came, or when I came, he was watching TV. Maybe he continued after that, or he started maybe before that. That I am not interested. So this is my time factor. Okay, there is, look at this. You can see this in another angle. Two actions, guys. One background action. What is one background action? This is completed action. This is background. You can imagine somebody just stepped in, back, somebody was watching TV. So this is the way this is used. V2 form and this continued form. Depends on person. I take this was. Okay. And he, she, it was. This one were, we were, you were, plus ing form. Okay. Look at this. Observe this, guys. Whenever I talk about this past, this is common. I have V2 form, only V2 form. I went there. I want to add one more. Then I say, when I went there, he was doing this work. But this is fixed. Okay. He had done the work before I went there. So, another action. Now, there is this expression, had been plus V1 plus ing form. Whenever I have this being form, has been ing form, have been ing form, had been ing form, immediately you understand some action is going on, progress of that particular action. Look at this. Somebody, let us say, this is 7 o'clock. Somebody started some work, let us say, maybe watching TV. Let us say he started at 6. But I am interested at this point. At this point, 1 hour. Whenever I express the length of the time, duration, I use this have been, had been, has been form. Okay, and here I am talking about 1 hour. Look at this sentence. He watch, okay, TV for 1 hour before I came. Came is here. Already he has given that. I have located that. Because I have this for 1 hour, now I got options. Has been, V1 plus ing form. Have been, V1 plus ing form. Had been, V1 plus ing form. And I know this is past. Left side of past, had. This is a reserved forest kind. This is reserved for had plus V3. The moment you see action is indicated here, had plus V3 or had been plus V1 plus ing form, depends on whatever. Because I have for 1 hour, obviously, had watching. This is called past perfect continuous. Don't really worry about this. You only focus on time indicators, guys. Try to throw the time on this time machine. It will give you actually form of the verb. Okay. Now, look at this. I will give you one time. You just show me where can I locate that time on the scale. This is under this scale. Let's say daily, every day. Okay, you give me daily. Where do you think I can put the daily here? Should I put here? If I put here, I am talking about this moment, not daily. Okay, now this is past, this is future. Now I would say, guys, this is not related to past, this is not related to present, this is not related to future, but I would call it as a package. It is the package of all these three. Look at this. Because I have daily here, I put this mark here. The moment I know this is a mark, I have this verb form. Depends on the person, subject, like here. I, we, you, plural also, they, he, she, it. This one takes V1 form. This one takes V1 plus S form. Okay, so watches. Look at the relationship here. Verb depends on this. Suppose I change this into yesterday. He watches TV yesterday. So what's the problem? Where do you think you need to correct? Do you want me to correct this or this? Please pay attention to this point. In exam, if at all these two things are not matching, this action and time, you always correct the action. Don't change the time. Okay? So if at all I ask you, where is the error? You have to say, this is the error, not that is error. Time you cannot touch. Time nobody can correct. Only actions, actions depend on time. Time doesn't depend on, this one. Fine. Strictly speaking, the actual present is this. Present continuous. At this moment, I am standing. At this moment, what am I doing? I am standing here. You are watching me. This is what happening at this moment. As time passes, I also go with this, like this. So this is expressed with this. I am, okay, you are, plural also. But if it is he is, she is, it is, and we are, they are, V1 plus ing form. I'm not actually focusing more on the structures, guy. My intention for this session is to make you aware of this time indicators. How do we find out time indicator and locate that on the time machine? The structure part we'll see later. The structures and all, so many sessions, this voice and speech, all the stuff, we can talk more about the structure. We can focus more on that. So here I want you guys to focus on time factor. Okay, this is the way. Now what are the general time indicators? Look at this. I watch TV now. When? Now. This is here. This is pointed here. This is pointed here. Okay? Because this time is showing here, then obviously I am watching. If it is we are watching. He is watching. Present continuous. Fine. Another confusion. We have a mix-up with this, past and this present perfect. First, look at this present perfect structure. Has plus V3, have plus V3. Look at these two sentences. The bottle is empty because he drink all the milk. I'm using the complete board. The bottle is empty because he dashed all the milk. Okay? Look at one more. The bottle was empty because he drink all the milk. Can you show me the time indicator here? How do I know the time indicator? Time indicator can be, as I said, with a single word, with a clause, that is sentence, half sentence, or sometimes verb, only one verb. Look at this. If I take this time factor here, he has already given one verb. Where is that? Is. Now tell me, where do you think I need to put this is on the scale? Is. I am here, he is there, you are there, is right now. So this is. Okay. Now, bottle is empty because, now where do you think this drink happened so that this is empty? Obviously here, isn't it? Obviously some action happened here, the result is here. Fine, we'll come back to that. Now, look at this. The bottle was empty on this scale Where do you think I need to put this mark? Bottle was empty. Obviously, this is past, was. Now, this is the result for action which happened here. So first, give me the answer for this. The bottle was empty because past to the past had drunk. Okay. Now, bottle is empty because, please pay attention, another point. Please pay attention to this and see the difference. This is V2. When I say V2, I don't know anything about that action and the result of that action is present. Whereas here, action happened here, but result is here. So point I'm trying to make, guys, the difference between this past and present perfect. Suppose if I say, okay, he cut his finger at this. Or he, okay, instead of cut, again, get confused the cut because there is no separate past one. Let me put this. He broke. He broke his hand. Somebody fell down and broke his hand. I said yesterday he broke his hand. What is the situation of hand right now? I don't know. Maybe now that is okay. Now he is normal. I don't know. Still is, carrying that sling. I don't know. But when I say he has broken his hand, that effect is still here. So, past action without result, V2 form. Past action with the present result, has plus V3, have plus V3. All these things, guys, gets internalized when you practice. Just have attention here. Even if you don't understand clearly, when you are practicing, then slowly it sinks. Fine. Another frequently used or tested tense is this. The situation is like this. Some action started here and it will going, at the time of speaking it is here and it will go into future. How long? I am not interested, or I don't know. But I am in the middle of some action, right? Started, I am standing here, or it is going in front of my eyes and going into the future. Then I generally use, guys, for, let us say, 2 hours. There is also one, since 7 a.m. We'll talk about the difference between these two later, but first focus on the action part. If this is a situation, my expression should be like this. See here. He watched this movie. He watched this movie for 2 hours. I'll give you one more. Okay. Good. Same stuff. He watched this movie yesterday. Okay? Fine. Look at the first one. He dashed this movie yesterday. Where is the time indicator? Yesterday. V2 form. Only one action, yesterday. Watched. Straight away, no confusion. He dashed this movie. Remember examination point of view, guys. When there is no specific time mentioned and it indicates that it is talking about complete action. this appears to be completed action without time indicator, then go for present perfect. He has watched this movie. He dashed this movie for 2 hours. When he did not mention any past and future, straight away for 2 hours means up to this point is 2 hours. That is understood. Then I would go for this one. Has been watching. Because I have for 2 hours. Okay. Fine. Let me summarize, then we'll go for this one. Past is like, I would say easier than this. V2 form, only one action. If you have 2 actions, one of them should be V2. V2 plus, before V2 had plus V3. When V2 was continued, like some was or were continuation, and up to V2 had been plus ing form. V2 at the time of V2, before V2, up to V2. Whereas here, this one talks about habitual actions, permanent things. It takes V1 or V1 plus S form. Fine. And another thing you need to focus is action completed, but result is seen at this moment. Okay. Then suppose, somebody is tired. He looks very tired. Then he says, you can ask, why this tiredness? Then he can say, I have worked out, or I have worked in the garden, something like that. So you can see the result. You cannot say, I worked in the garden. Fine, I have worked. We can also use sometimes, present perfect continuous. I have been working in the gym. You can also do that. But there is a slight difference on paper. When you see this duration part, you go for has been ing form, have been ing form. Fine. Another interesting point is this future. If you guys observe, look at this. I will give you one action. Give me the past form for this. I'm sure you guys. Give me the past form for this. Okay. Give me the past form for this. Okay. Now, give me the future form for this. I want one word. Give me future form of it in one word. Here, past also I have one word. Can you give me future form with one word? No. You have to take the help of this helping verb will, and after that you have to put V1 form. Then only, you can get the future form. In English, there is no special form which indicates future. I manage with this present only. Okay, present should be there. This is what? Present form, what I'm trying to say. Okay, look at this. Obviously, I am asking you to indicate this time on this. He dash here tomorrow. Where do you think I need to put this tomorrow? I'm standing here, obviously here. Fine. So, how do I express this? Actually, this one. We went one slide ahead. This is simple future tense. I can express with this. I can express with this. I can express with this. Check this one out, guys. I'll give you 3 sentences. Which one is correct? He will come here tomorrow. Sentence 1. He is going to come here tomorrow. He is coming here tomorrow. Which one is correct to indicate this future? This and this can go together, right? And this one is also correct. And this one is also correct. But you pay attention to the form of this one. He is coming. I am coming. I am going. He is coming. He is walking. But still I am talking with tomorrow. Fine. As I said, if I want to express future, I have to depend on present form. Present form. Okay? Present here, present. And this. But thing you need to know is there is a slight difference in the meaning of these three sentences. That you need to know. Let me start with this going to form. Guys, going to form, intention of the speaker for future. Suppose if I say, I am going to watch Pushpa. It means I haven't watched this movie. Okay, and I haven't booked any ticket. I'm simply giving my intention of that particular action. So, intention of future action. Suppose I take my phone and book the ticket tomorrow, 2 o'clock, maybe in afternoon, 2 p.m. I booked the ticket in the nearby theater. I got the ticket. Ticket is in my hand, and this action is future, obviously, tomorrow. Then how do I express? I'm going to watch? No. Already my timetable is prepared for tomorrow's part. So whenever I talk about future timetable, fixed time, I use this present form. I am watching Pushpa tomorrow. If I don't prepare for this watching movie, then I can say I'm going to watch tomorrow. I am watching means fixed one. What about this one? This one, guys, when I talk about something on the spot, there is no preparation, there is no background. On the spot, somebody comes to me and say, would you like to have a glass of water? I may say, yeah, I'll go out, he'll come. So on the spot, decision about future, right? But very frequently we use this one. Don't worry, as we go at the practice part, you will focus on the time indicator, you decide, okay? But at least right now you understand, especially this one. If there is a present form with this future time, accept it. Fine? Yeah. Look at this. This is like this. 1 point here, obviously in the future. You see the comparison. Past one action, I am expressing this with V2. Okay? I should also express this point with some action. We'll come back. There is, let us say, one action background. This one also, one background action. I will give you this. You turn that sentence into this. How do you do that? We'll see. When he came, I was watching, I'm taking the same example, watching TV. So I express something in the past. Your target is, can you change this into future? Just imagine same action, you tell me, in future. How do you do that? Okay, so we'll take a short break. By the time you give me answer, then we'll come back and continue. Thank you. Guys, welcome back. Check it out. When he comes, I will be watching TV. This is the time which indicates past, and this is the time which indicates future. But you pay attention to this verb, comes. I am using present form to indicate future time indication. Okay, this one should get into your system. Fine. So this one is comes, and other action is will be plus V1 plus ing form. Okay? Okay. This is like this. Point is here, and just now I said it should be expressed with again present form. If I am talking about some action completes before this future point of time, how do I express? I complete my work before he come. I want you guys to express this in future. Okay, I'll give a clue with the past again. Same in past. I had completed my work before he came. Came, had completed. So, future. You know, this is this part, and some action happened before that. So, where is the time factor here? This is the time. And remember, future time, the time class, future always expressed with present verb, simple present, before he comes. And this should be will have plus V3. It becomes I will have completed my work before he comes. Yeah. Look at this first sentence. When he comes, obviously, future. The moment you see, go to the future. I watch TV for 2 hours. Okay, so it looks like this. When he comes, obviously this is the comes. Somewhere he started watching this TV up to this point, and he's talking about the future. 2 hours completes. So then he's saying when he comes, this point, I will have been watching TV for 2 hours. Will have been watching TV for 2 hours. Fine. Guys, only focus should be on time indicator here. But what I observed in these examinations, competitive examinations, guys, he says, okay, guys, you know the structures. You can express this here and there. It's okay. No problem. But there are some common errors we all make with these verbs. So these guys are interested in that. You know, do you know these structures? Yes, sir. Can you identify the time? Yes, sir. But there are some important, or I would call them troublesome verbs. Okay, so we'll see them. So I just collected some from your previous exams, SSC. This is one of the questions from SSC CGL. Check it out. So don't worry to find out, don't be in a hurry to find out the error. Just relax and look at the sentence first. Raman putted the vegetables in the frying pan and after adding some water, closed the lid. Okay, so if I were you, I would immediately go and find out what type of sentence is this. Raman putted the vegetables in the frying pan and after adding some water, closed the lid. So, one verb, second verb. Two verbs are there. So, obviously, this is not a simple sentence. This has to be complex sentence. So, I have a time indicator in this sentence. I may have time indicator in the form of this clause or whatever, other forms like, I was talking about what and who, all that stuff, adjective, noun. But here I have a time indicator. Then obviously I have to check. The first thing you have to check the heart of the sentence, guys. Verb. The moment you see the sentence, first check the verb or verbs. The moment you see this verb, you make sure that subject and verb are in agreement. That is subject-verb agreement. We haven't done it. And the same verb should agree with the time, that is tense. The same verb should agree with also this voice. You have to check this in spotting errors. And some questions straight away they'll ask you, please change the voice. Some questions straight away tell you, please give me the right form of the verb. That is practice. But if it comes to spotting errors, error may happen at this angle, error may happen at this angle, error may happen at this angle. In case if you have one more verb, maybe error may happen the combination of this. So that is what I'm checking now. So obviously after adding blah blah blah, but the moment I see this one, you remember that, go to the first one, put. There is no ed form for this. Okay, with experience, the moment you see this one, yeah, I got it, this is error. But still I want you to get into the habit of reading the sentence completely, checking out what exactly is given here and what is there. Sometimes what happens, examiners also give wrong questions, right? Maybe you should get into that position to find out errors which are made by the examiners. Obviously, guys, this verb form is wrong here. Put or had put, I don't mind. Fine. I think this is last year's question. Read the sentence first. Here's to the news tonight at 9 p.m. as there will be an important announcement. The moment I read the sentence, something is not going into my head, right? Here's to the news tonight at 9 p.m. Here's to the night. Obviously, he underlined that when he says this part should be improved, sentence improvement. Okay, so fine. Before we go and find out the answer, I want you to look at this one. This is what examination point of view. What I was trying to give you with these forms, guys, that was traditional grammar. How sentences are formed with these tenses and all, which tense, which form of the verb. Simple present, simple past, that was traditional grammar. Now, this is competitive part. This is what examiners are interested. Now, check it out. Understand these verbs here. There are different types of verbs. This category, we have action, we have state. Actions further divided into physical actions and mental, mind, certain things, or certain senses. How many senses we have, guys? 5 senses. Don't tell me 6. 6 sense, is very rarely, people have. We generally have 5 senses. Okay, what are those? We think, we feel, we see, we smell, we taste. Okay, so in English, understand this point. If certain actions automatically happen, I don't use this progressive form, present continuous or past continuous or future continuous or perfect continuous. I don't use them. Look at this one. What am I doing? I am standing here. I am standing here. I am doing it purposefully. It means consciously. I know what is that happening. Complete consciousness. And suddenly, I see that. Okay, I see that. Some noise. Suddenly, there is an ambulance going. I hear the noise of siren of that ambulance. I cannot say I am hearing. It happened. So, voluntary and involuntary, I would say. Voluntary action. I am doing it purposefully. I know, full with consciousness. ing form can be used. So, these cannot be used with this ing form, even if it is in the sense of this present continuous. Okay, see here, look, talking about, appearance, smell, taste, love, like, think, feel, remember, forget, etc. Things happening with our mind and, these senses. Now you can ask me a question. Sir, don't we use ing form at all? Yes, we use, but the meaning is different. But in the clear sense or the truest sense of this, sense verbs, we don't use. Look at this. I see him. I see him now. Maybe on the screen. It means with my eyes. Okay? Suppose if I say, this hero is seeing that heroine. This is used, dating. Seeing can be used as a synonym of dating. So not with the, eyes. Same with the hear. If I am talking about actions with these ears, I say, I hear. I hear a noise now. Now I hear. I can use hearing. There is a hearing, judgment. In that sense, I can use. Okay, and look. With his eyes, I look. Maybe sometimes I can say I am looking at it, not a problem. Purposefully I am doing this. But when I talk about appearance, how am I looking? Wrong. How do I look? That is correct. So I cannot use ing form. Yeah, look at this one, guys. Just imagine a situation. I'm talking about taste. You're cooking something, okay? You're cooking something and whatever you're cooking, you're taking that in a spoon and put it on your tongue. What are you doing? You taste it or you are tasting it. You are doing with all your senses. You know what you're doing. You're taking it and putting it on your tongue, and that is called I am tasting it voluntarily. Suppose somebody comes to you and says, today is my birthday, please take this piece of cake. And you have taken that and put it in your mouth. Now, cake tastes good or is tasting good. Cake has no control, okay? So that is taste. We have no control. Cake decides, right? So when you are doing it purposefully, ing form can be used. Same with smell also. I have taken some box. Oh, I'm smelling it. It's a biryani, right? And suddenly I see, I smell biryani here. Are you eating? Okay, it happens and something is done voluntarily, ing form should be there. Now, look at this one, guys. Another frequently. Suppose, guys, okay, let me use this. Okay, now see here. What is the right sentence to use? Okay, guys, boys, you want to propose to a girl. Which one you use? Do you say, I love you or I am loving you? See, if that girl has some grammatical knowledge, maybe she will straight away reject if you say this one. Okay, guys. And you can say, sir, this much English we know, sir, this is not a big thing, How many times we use this one? Very good, I know you guys. Look at this. It is used, but not in the sense of what I am trying to tell you. Okay, guys. Loving is equal to enjoying. I like it. I'm talking about my feelings. Okay. I am liking it. Liking is equal to enjoying. So loving is equal to liking is equal to enjoying. Synonym of enjoying. In that sense, I can use it. Look at this McDonald's caption. I am loving it. It doesn't mean that he is putting that whatever burger on the table and say, oh, I love it. No. He says, I am loving it. He's enjoying. So in that sense, we have these sense verbs are used. Go back. Give me your answer. Dash to the news tonight at 9 p.m. as there will be an important announcement. This is past. No. You said no. Listen to. Listen to, not here. Means asking you to do it purposefully. I cannot use this sense verb here. Fine. Show me the time indicator. I did not receive any letter from my parents for the last 2 months. Okay. And this is, see how my thought process goes. This is a simple sentence, right? It's a simple sentence. Where is the verb? Did not receive. Okay. Obviously, this is in V2 form. And I also checked for the time indicator for the last 2 months. He did not say last month. Had it been last month, yeah, I would say that is right. But he said, obviously, prepositional phrase, right? For the last 2 months, it is talking about the length of the time. Whenever I talk about the length of the time, maybe this part or this part. Okay, guys? So anyway, you have identified the error. But if you give me a correct answer, I'd be happy. What is this? Haven't received. Present perfect. Why? I have this for the last 2 months. This is also examination bit. This is also very frequently misused and frequently tested. I have seen n number of times in different competitive exams. You remember this? You just have to remember this. These are all, right, I'm talking about nuances or some exceptions or some areas which we generally make mistakes. This is the area where you have to focus. This is what we are actually coming out. We are planning out very good number of videos exclusively for SSC preparation, guys. We are taking out the psych of these examiners and we are preparing. And once you go through this, you are well prepared and can face any exam. Why only SSC part? You can face any exam. This is the pattern. Look at this. Look forward to, with a view to, object to, can't help, be worth. These are some standard phrases. After this, you have to use V1 plus ing form, which grammatically we call gerund. Don't think too much. Now you should ask me this. After to, generally we have V1 plus ing form like this. He wants, okay, to come. He wants to come. Very good. After to, I have V1 plus V1 form. Look at this one. I look forward to. I look forward to. I am asking you to use V1 plus ing form. If this is the case, I look forward to, let us say, writing this notes or this exam, whatever. When I ask you to break this, this is the verb phrase. This to belongs to this one. That is a package. So don't think too much. Blindly remember, after look forward to, V1 plus ing form. With a view to, V1 plus ing form. With a view to learning, you are here. I object to your talking. Okay? I can't help doing this. I can't help watching this movie. I can't help going out. Look at this formation. And be form means is, am, are, was. After that, the verb and V1 plus ing form. Okay. I think this is also examination, but I think last year's. I look forward to attend your wedding. I look forward to attending. Guys, this is not a verb. This is verbal phrase. This is noun, verbal noun, gerund. And also, check it out. There are some verbs. I just gave you some, but there's a list of verbs. You just have to focus if you are seriously preparing for competitive exams. There are certain things without our knowledge we use it correctly. Suppose if I say, you tell me which one is correct. Stop to smoke. Stop smoking. So many times you heard it. Stop smoking. After verb stop, you can use a noun phrase. But if you have a choice between 2 plus V1 and V1 plus ing form, that is gerund and infinitive, you have to use this V1 plus ing form. Stop smoking, stop talking, stop doing this. Okay? Keep working, keep going. Avoid writing this, avoid going out. Avoid this nonsense. See, I can use this noun or noun phrase, but if there is, I cannot say avoid to write this. I can't say avoid writing. I deny doing that mistake. Guys, look at this one. Enjoy. Very frequently in our Indian context, no problem. Suppose I tell you, guys, tomorrow I'm going to watch a movie or I'm watching movie, planned. Then you say, okay, sir, enjoy. Enjoy cannot be used just like that. It has to have an object. That can be simply a noun or noun phrase or this gerund. See this. Enjoy the movie. No problem. Enjoy watching the movie. If you want to use this, enjoy watching it. Or simply enjoy yourself. This is, one of the ways it is used. Fine. So, look at this. Okay, Senorita. Senorita says she is living in Chennai since 1991. Senorita has come all the way to Chennai in 1991 and started living there. So, Senorita says she is living in Chennai since 1991. Actually, this is a complex sentence. Says, this conjunction is understood, okay? Then I'm looking for time indicator since 1991. So, it is like this. Obviously, this is not 1991. 1991 is past. How long she is going to be here, we don't know, but we are talking about this point like this. So, since 1991, obviously, present perfect continuous. Here I want to talk about the usage of since and for. Okay, now my mathematics is poor. You tell me as 1991 to 2022. How many years? 22 years? Okay, or 32 years. 91 to 2000, 32 years. Okay. Suppose, same situation, instead of since 1991, if I use for 32 years. Look at this. Obviously, this is, if I clearly mention this point of time, 1991, then I have to use since. I don't want to mention this point of time, but simply this length of time for. So for is used for the length of the time, since is used the point of time. But this is common. Guys, this one is another verb form, frequently tested. We'll come back, look at this. Have. This can be a helping verb, this can be a main verb. First look at this, what is the helping verb and main verb? I have a book. This is a verb. It means have is used as a main verb. I have taken a book. In this is helping verb, this is main verb. Okay? Now, I am talking about having. Okay? Look at this. I am having. Obviously, this is helping verb. This is main verb. I am having what? Food. No problem. So, I can use this having in certain situations. In certain actions and situations, that is wrong. That's what you have to understand. Look at this, guys. She is having a baby. Maybe I'm referring to a pregnant lady. Not a problem. Correct. He's having a meeting there. No problem. He's having a bath. No problem. Hope we are all having good time. A good time. This is okay. But look at this one. If I am talking in the sense of possession, ownership, I own this. I cannot say I am having a pen. Okay, I am having a building. I cannot say this one. Having here and with this kind of object thing here, eating. Okay, I am having a pen means I am eating a pen. No. So whenever there is a possession or ownership, don't use ing form. Simply use I have a car, I have a building. Examination bit is this. Don't get confused with this one. She is having a baby, expected. Okay, already 3 children grown up. Okay, so I am having 3 children. Gives a wrong sense. So, have. This is what preparation for exam. You know basics, but these are the nuances or these are the things which you have to focus and practice. This is what examiners are actually interested in. So I taken some. Yeah. I think you should give me the answer for this. I have seen him yesterday. Right? Simple question, simple statement, simple sentence. This is the verb and this is the time indicator. Give me the answer. I have seen him yesterday. Give me the answer, guys. I'm just waiting and expecting one wrong answer from you. Let me see how many of you guys are going to give me a wrong answer and how many of you are going to give me a correct answer. If you have given me had seen, you are wrong. If you have given me SAW, saw, you are right. I told you. Why can't I use this one? This is not past to the past. There is only one action in the past, so it has to be this. So this is what a common mistake. That is the reason this fellow is given have seen. So they say yesterday, past, I know. And straight away they take this have and put it into had. That is wrong. Already, see, sometimes guys, what I observe the students, they know the rules. But after coming out of the examination, I'll say, I know this one, sir. But in the examination hall, I did not get this. You know why? The way you look at the sentence. When you look at the sentence, simply don't worry about the error. Break the sentence into units. That's what I've been telling you. The lawyer asked if it was worth to take the matter to court. Maybe these rules fresh in our brain, immediately, it come out at this point of time. But in exam, there are so many things you have learned. But once you open this and put it in front of you, of dividing that, then chances are bright that error may come out. See, asked was two verbs. The lawyer asked if it was worth to take the matter to court. So I looked at this complex sentence point of view. Okay, this is okay. This is past. We haven't done this. It's not actually conditional. Direct speech. Then you'll see this one anyway. Was no problem. But then you go for this. This is one noun phrase and worth to take the matter to court, like this. Then immediately you should have got this. Worth. I said be plus worth. After that you have to use V1 plus ing form. How's the movie? Is it worth watching? That's what we generally use in our regular conversation. So after worth, the lawyer asked if it was worth taking the matter to court. This is also, I think, last year's question. Here, he says which part of the sentence has got the problem. You have to identify that. You don't have to correct here, but still, we can correct. We'll correct to understand. They have lived in this. I think this is a printing mistake. They have lived in this apartment since 10 years. I was talking about this. So obviously, 2022, go back 2012. Obviously, this is what, measuring back. Had he given 2012, I can use this. Okay? For 10 years. I don't know whether you got this doubt. Sir, why not have been living? This is also correct. This is also correct. Two options. But if I use this one, there's a slight difference with this. They have lived in this apartment for 10 years. Maybe up to this 10 years, after that, I am not living. It means I vacated that. Suppose if I say they have been living in this apartment for 10 years, means 10 years up to this point, I will still continue. That is the meaning, but no problem with both this. Okay. Look at this one, guys. After you will return from New Delhi, I will meet you. I'm just giving you a hint. It's a complex sentence. Agreed? Where is the secondary idea? After, from here. And I will meet you. Okay. You tell me this part, which is a secondary idea, is giving answer for what or when. This is giving me when. It means time. Then I have to check tense of that. So, guys, only secondary ideas of time give me the time. So this is will meet. I cannot do immediately. Check. This shows future. Where is the time indicator? After you will return from New Delhi. Have you got this? If I am referring future time, the verb in that time indicator cannot be with will or something else. It has to be in a simple present form. So, you, after you, V1 form. Suppose if it is he, after he returns. because I have you here. After you return from New Delhi, I will meet you. Time. Fine. This is another angle of this. We'll come back. Look at this. Make, let, have, get, and help. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are called causative verbs. These are called causative verbs. What do I mean by this? Check it out. Past form, make, made, made, let, like just like put, cut, let, have, had, get, got, gotten, or modern English you also use get, got, help, helped, helped. Okay, what is the speciality of these 5 verbs? These are called causative verbs. Now check it out. I made him to play cricket. I let them to go out. They had me to watch the movie. Look at this. I made him to play cricket. Who is actually playing cricket? And this fellow, look at this one. Action is going from this. It means some kind of, what you say, force. Here, maybe you can say permission, permit. Okay, kind of force. Some kind of force is applied here. So this is what causing object do that. Our subject is not doing the action. Okay, so what's the problem? Grammatical problem I have. When I use this causative verbs, guys, don't use to. I made him play cricket. Now look at this. Let me go or let me to go. Obviously, we heard this one, we use this let me go. It means you let me go. If you say you let me to go, that's wrong. So I let them go out. They had me watch the movie. This is what? Causative verbs. Look at this sentence, problem. The cruel lady made her stepdaughter to do all the household chores. The cruel lady made her stepdaughter to do all the household chores. Cruel lady made, okay, her stepdaughter do all the household chores. I have seen her only once, but I am liking her. Do you remember? Sense verbs. I like her. Okay. But liking her. I am liking this ice cream. Okay. It means enjoying. I cannot use like. Okay. This is also a sense verb. See how many questions, are there in SSC part without the sense verbs. I am knowing it. No, that is not in my control. I know, I don't know. Guys, this one is another interesting fact. I don't know how many of you guys have come across this. Please pay attention. Little bit advanced. Look at this. Pay attention to these verbs. Understand, you have learned the tenses, you know, but you have to pay special attention to these types of verbs. Okay, this is what you're going to be tested in exam. Look at this. Demand, insist, require, suggest, recommend, advise, request. So what's the speciality about these verbs? Look at this. Look at this one. The doctor recommended that she have surgery. Now, understand the importance of basics. Assuming that you remember those phrases, clauses, I am giving you this. In this sentence, there is a clause, secondary sentence. The doctor recommended what? Noun clause. I suggest what? Noun clause. The police demanded what? Noun clause. So what, sir? Do you remember this one? He said what? That he has gone out. This is the noun clause. I said, if this is past, this one should also be in the past. What sentence should be in the past if the primary is past? So you straight away correct a sentence like this. Okay, but when it comes to these verbs, guys, you have to use V1 form. I explain it in another way. If I see the main verb here, recommend or recommended or demand or demanded or insist or insisted, suggest or suggested, after that I have a noun clause. The verb in that noun clause should be always V1 no matter whatever the subject here. Okay? This is correct. I'll come back. I suggest that he go there, not he goes there, because this is suggest. Correct? The police demanded that, this is a negative form. People, don't say don't use, not use. This is correct. Okay? But what happens in modern English, there's a slight change. Some people find it very odd, what you call very old, like very bookish kind of thing. But still this is in usage. That's the point. Okay? Now, I can also correct this. If recommend, demand, all this, I simply put should. The doctor recommended that she should have surgery. Sounds better, right? Because that's what we got used to this. I suggest that he should go. Even if you don't use the should, that is correct. That's the point I'm trying to make here. The police demanded that people should not use. Also right. SSC bit. I suggest that he goes to the doctor as soon as he returns from taking the examination. So, two ways I can correct. If you say he go, wonderful. Or should go, excellent. But the error lies here. Ramesh smiled when he was remembering his hard early years and his long road to success. I think this is also SSC last year bit. When he was remembering his hard early years and his long road to success, focus on the, okay, if you, this is past and this is also past, but what is the problem? Problem is with this verb. Remember is also a sense verb. Okay? Ramesh smiled when he remembered. Sometimes, I find it very funny, elementary level. I see that it is getting dark. I think most of you guys make out this. Okay? It's not at all a verb. I need a verb here. Okay? I have seen that it is getting dark. I have acquired a feeling of self-confidence and courage. Has plus V3. Have plus V3. had plus V3, should have plus V3, would have plus V3. You know, after have, you have to use V3 form of whatever. So acquire is V1 form. So V3 form of this is acquired. Have plus V3 form. Just now I gave you this one. I have went through the write-ups guidelines too, but still want to clear on mail communication for topic confirmation. Examiners are very cunning, I'm telling you. These guys slowly divert your stuff to this. The moment you read a sentence, oh my God, it's very complicated. I have went through the write-ups guidelines too, but still want to clear on mail communication for topic confirmation. Something, right. But if you pay attention, have plus V3 form. Don't worry about other stuff. Focus only on the grammatical stuff. Okay? He will tell you about it when he will come back. Look at the repetition of errors, guys. I have picked up from SSC bar. It means this fellow is expecting students to have certain area knowledge. So that we got it. And we are preparing lots and lots of practice questions for that. You simply have to go through that and practice, and slowly those rules get internalized. That is what we need to do. Look at this one. He will tell you about it when he will come back. When he will come back. This is future, so the time should also be in future. If I want to give the time in future, obviously it should be in present form. I don't want to lose it. Very frequently we use it. Like especially in a WhatsApp message, I see so many students, they send messages sometimes if they have to use this. That's the problem. This is verb. This is adjective. Got it? Loose shirt. Not properly fit. Loose. Okay? Something in a negative way. Opposite is gain. See here? I don't want to plus verb. To plus verb. This is the thing. Okay? Look at this one. Last night, I dreamed I was a sheikh on the 169th floor of Burj Khalifa. Okay, great dream. But give me the verbs. Last night, verb. I was verb. But look at this one. Last night is a time indicator. This is okay. Look at this one, time indicator. No. I dreamt. Dreamt. Look at this one. My father did not heard from my younger brother who is abroad for over a month. This is another very commonly misused. Remember this, guys. Do, did, does. These or helping verbs can be used, like helping verbs. These can also be used main verbs. So obviously after this, I need to have a main verb. I do cricket. I want one verb. That is always V1 form. After did plus V1. Did plus V1 is equal to V2. Even after does also we need to have V1 form. Pay attention to this. Did plus V1 is equal to V2. If you use did and V2, it is like two times, you are using this. I did not go. You are using two times. No need of that. So, my father did not hear. They were having a birthday party at home next week. Where is the time indicator? Where is the time indicator? Next week. Next week is the time indicator, and where is the verb? They are. They are. It means fixed. Fixed verb. Okay. Where is the time indicator? He's writing novels ever since he became a graduate. Where is the time indicator? Ever since. Okay, so let me repeat this. Time indicators. Time indicators can be before S plus V, when S plus V, after S plus V. If I want to use this for past, this verb is always V2. When he came, before he came, after he came. Like that, ever since is also time indicator. Ever since, time indicator, subject, okay, and V2 form. Fine. It means this is past. The indication is past here. Became. And since means from that point onwards. Whenever I have since, that from that point onward. So he is writing novels. But whenever there is a length of thing or action, has been writing. Has been writing. Let me complete this SSC questions. He is going for a morning walk every day with his friends and neighbors. Every day is a time indicator. Where is the action? Every day, obviously, it looks like this. Whenever I have this one, V1 form or V1 plus S form, he is there. V1 plus S form should be there. Every day is going, not matching. He goes. Habitual thing. How long? Guys, length of the time. In English, length of the time is always expressed with has-beening form, have-beening form, had-beening form. How long were you learning English? The question is like this. How long? This is what? So how long? Question form. Sorry. Have you been? Have you been learning English? Okay. I haven't played cricket since I have left college. Okay? Since, I said, is a point of time. I haven't played cricket, no problem. Or I haven't been playing cricket, also no problem. This is also no problem. I haven't played cricket. Problem with this time. Since it has to be in the past, because time indicators in past, that indication is always with V2 form, clauses. Okay. You have done this. My friend did not see me for many years when I met him last week. Time indicator is here. When I met him last week. So, met him last week. Up to here, many years. Anything is indicated this area, which is, as I said, reserved for had plus V3, had been plus, ing form. So, because he mentioned for many years, I don't mind hadn't seen me or had not been seeing, but this is better. Since 1986, see, since these guys are very fond of this since 1986, okay, there is no earthquakes here. Thank God. Okay. Since. Because it is since, we have to use have been in form or have been. Guys, finally. Give me your answers. When I last talked to him, he dashed medicine. You have to choose the right form of the verb. Okay? When I last talked to him, quickly give me answers for these two questions, then we'll wind up. So my suggestion, guys, whenever you're dealing with these verbs or tenses directly, always use this. Has he given time indicator? Yes. Sometimes he gives time indicators and I ask you to give the verb in the main sentence. Sometimes he gives this and I ask you to give the action in the time indicator, the verb form in the time indicator. Here this fellow has already given a time indicator. When I last talked to him, V2 form, obviously the whole story happens here. At this time, was studying medicine. Okay? Go to the next. I met Raj at yesterday's party, but I dash him by side before that. I met Raj at yesterday's party. Okay, V2. But I dash him by side before that. Before this V2. Before V2 something happened. Had plus V3. So what is the correct answer? I had known him by sight before that. Okay, guys? Okay. Thank you very much, guys. I think I have taken more time. But this is the pattern, guys. Understand, I would say compared to other exams, SSC is not that difficult. Only thing is these guys are sticking to fundamentals. If your fundamentals are good, definitely you can come out with flying colors. So join me for further sessions too, guys. Thank you very much for your patience and love. Thank you. Good night. See you.